ArtsAloud OSU is a program that goes into prisons in the state of Oklahoma. We make autobiographical devised theater performance. The men in the prison perform it for their peers. Then I bring in Oklahoma theater students who perform the men's play back to them. I'm most motivated by the idea of empathy, the idea of my acting students at the university learning how to put themselves in the lives of someone from completely different given circumstances. When I bring OSU theater students into the prisons, they are able to recognize that the people in front of them in their gray scrubs are just human beings. They're just people. They're fathers and brothers and artists, and they eat pizza, and they're regular folks who have had a different set of circumstances in their lives that have gotten them to where they are in the prison. That is certainly an example of encouraging empathetic points of view. The OSU students leave and think, wow, that wasn't at all, and say, that wasn't at all what I expected it to be. They're just people. And so that's nice. I feel good about that. The ages between 18 and 22 are very exciting years because most students come from high schools and they come to college and are surrounded by thousands of peers, and their worlds just explode and they become things they didn't know they could become. And acting is such a personal and I will also say spiritual practice, because it is it demands an understanding of human behavior, and specifically our personal behavior. So pushing boundaries, it's something that I certainly have always been interested in. I think a lot of that comes from, as I shared in the TED Talk last year, being a small female and being born in the early 60s, which is that generational shift where most of us still had two parents that lived at home. Many of us in the Midwest were raised with mothers that stayed at home. I was told as a child to find a husband who could take care of me. And I was told that until I was in my late 30s. So I represent a time, I feel, of women really coming into themselves, blazing some trails that women in the 70s began for us. And so that's certainly part of it, is my self-discovery as a female of my age, my generation, learning how to have a voice and learning that I don't have to be pretty, I don't have to smile, I can be strong, and that these choices and this ideology is certainly not without the pushback. So I understand that as well. So I have these dual tasks. One is self-empowerment as a woman in her 50s, a time when many women simply disappear. And the other is this striving for empathy and compassion